Hi guys, gonna do another do not buy type of video again. Last one I did was on the gig bar. This one is going to be on China uplighting. I originally went with 10 Chinese uplights because that was all I could really afford in my budget at the time. And 10 regular American version lights would probably be about $5,000. And I got 10 for I think $16.75 all said and done. It was like $13.75, but they charged me about $300 just to ship them here to America. When I got them, the box was obviously pretty beat up. Their flight box wasn't even really wrapped up or protected or anything. That was one of the first signs that it was poor quality. They pretty much just saran wrapped it, threw a couple cardboard boxes around it to kind of protect it, and shipped it along on its way. I actually got two boxes. One contained the wheels, and then I don't know how the lighting is in here. It's kind of putting a weird shadow on my face, but we'll stick with this. So I got two boxes. One was all the casters for the bottom of the case, and then the other box was full of 10 uplights. When I opened up the box, I would say they're all I got the Freedom looking type ones. In the bottom, they're all flipped with the lights pointed down, with the feet pointed up towards the top. It was almost like somebody freaking dropped it from like 10 feet up, because a couple of the feet where the indent for the wheels for the other case to be set on top, it pretty much poked into the bottom of that, and then the bottom of all, like four of my uplights on both sides, where like 1 and 2 would be, and like say like 9 and 10 would have been, those feet, the powder coating were completely like shattered off of it. I mean, that was one of the first things. And then when I plugged them all in, they seemed to all work. They came, no charge on them, so I had to charge them up a little bit. They all connected pretty good. But one thing that I noticed is the battery life was horrible. I mean, just from the start, it was pretty horrible. I mean, I only did 2 gigs with them. First gig, I got about 5 hours out of them. I started at about 5 o'clock. They ended about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I started picking them up because they just started dropping like flies. The second gig that I used them, I started them a little bit later. I waited till like halfway through cocktail hour, about 5:30, and they didn't make it even till like 10 again. It was about 10:30 that I started noticing them dropping all out again. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't like these lights, is because the battery life just wasn't there. I mean, they said that they would last about 8 hours on a full charge. They would last maybe about 5 hours. The quality of these things, yeah, okay, people say everything is made in China. I lived in China for 4 months, and I can tell you that there is a huge difference between made in America, or made in China for America, and made in China for China. These are made in China for Chinese quality. These things are assembled horribly. I mean, if I were to I wish I had an actual Freedom par, so I could show you just how bad the quality is between the Freedom par and the knockoff. You can definitely tell. Just the paint finish, you could tell the difference. Those screw holes in the sides, like the screws were not even like matching up with the screw holes in the side. And then like the case was all bent up, out of shape. So like when you go to, because I had to repair them a few times, when you go to put the screw in, you would almost have to like shift the box just to get the holes to line back up. That's how poor of quality it was. I got 10. I'm going to try to make this video short. I got 10 of them. Right out of the box, I had 2 of them that didn't work. They would not cycle. They use like colors for cycling to the DMX connectivity with each other. 2 of them would not even cycle through any colors. I think they would like cycle through red and blue. That was about it. And there's like 5 different colors that they could cycle through. So right out of the bat, she sent me off, or sent me with some spare parts, and I had to repair them and pry them open. I'll probably throw a picture real quick right here, if I still have it, of the inside of what my Freedom part looked like. After that, I still had problems with connectivity to each other. So what she recommended was replacing more of the Wi-Fi cards, or the wireless cards, I mean. So I replaced a few more, like 2 more. And I was still having connectivity issues. So I replaced like 2 more. And then, before I know it, 6 out of like the 10 were completely replaced, and they still weren't working with each other. Not to mention, we'll go to the box. The box quality that these things came in was horrible. You could tell, like the little pads on the inside of the box that hold them into place, they weren't even like glued down. They were like just loose. It looked like they maybe used like a little bit of glue, but they weren't even like anywhere near glued down to the floor. And then like the side where the electrical plug goes in, it was almost like they put the plug in, but then they're off. So then they had to like reset it and like put it in a different hole. And then like on the inside, like the way that they go into the holes, like they rub right up against a metal center piece where all the plugs are. I mean, there's just so much wrong with these. Oh, and the color mixing. Sorry, I'm all over the wall with these things. That's how much I hate these things. The color mixing. You could have one light that's like pink, and then have it set for the same color, and the next light over looks like purple. They weren't even like the same color. You could definitely, like, from a distance, if you looked at like 3 in a row, you could tell the middle one is a different color. Maybe I'll even post that picture too on how it's different. There's just so many things that would never make me want to buy these things again, and I would definitely not suggest it to anybody. I actually sold them yesterday, and I'm so glad to get rid of these things, but I don't even know if I even want to get another set of uplights, because I'm afraid same crap's just gonna happen again. So, I mean, if you're considering getting Chinese uplights, I would highly advise you not to even go that route. Do not waste your money. Do not waste your time trying to fiddle with fixing these lights and trying to get them to work the way that they're supposed to. Buy the American brand. Like, save the money and buy the good stuff. That, just forget the headache of trying to fix these things and tinker with them and get them to work right. Just buy the real stuff. So, if you like the video, comment, subscribe. I'll try to make some more videos like this, and I'll see you next time.